Happy Training Camp Eve. Training camp starts tomorrow. And are we really going to be talking about the name again? Spoiler alert. Yeah, probably. All that today on the Daily Commanders Update from Monday, June 24th, 2023. Let's go. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Daily Commanders Update here on Ref the District. I am the Stoner. Appreciate all of you who are tuning in, watching, listening, whatever it is, on all our different platforms. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Let's get right to it. Well, it is Training Camp Eve. That news could not come at a better time. It is fantastic that we can look at tomorrow. Training camp officially starts. Rookies have been in the building, just doing rookie stuff, getting up to speed on how everything works. Veterans report tomorrow, get through all that stuff, and man, we are hitting training camp running. So that got me to thinking, what needs to go down at training camp this year? So that got me to thinking, what is it in training camp this year that we need to be looking for? Well, first and foremost, we know we got this new ownership group in, right? What sort of effects, positive, are they going to have on training camp this year? You would think there's probably not a whole lot that they can do, right? So it's just too fast. I mean, literally, they just became owners on Friday. The deal closed on Friday. And by the way, we've got a lot of content on that. Go check it out on our YouTube page. We've got a lot of good stuff about the new ownership group, talking to Mitch Tischler. And of course, we did a top 5 reasons why Dan Snyder decided to end up selling the team, or maybe why he was forced out. Either way. But that's going to be a big thing. What sort of impact are they going to have? First of all, their impact is going to be on the enthusiasm of camp. You can't deny that camp is just going to be wildly enthusiastic, and the hope is going to be there. So that's probably all that they can do at this point. But it's going to be a little bit different there in Ashburn, down at the, I don't even know what they're calling, the Innova Health Center. I'm sorry if I'm botching their sponsor, but they are going to have grandstands there. They're going to have room, a 2,000 seat grandstand. They haven't had that before. It's going to be bigger and better than it has, but wait till next year. Next year is going to be bigger and better. So that's one thing to look out for. Now let's kind of get to the top stuff that we want to look for on the field, because all the stuff we talk about off the field, man, it's going to be nice to not talk about that anymore. Let's talk about on the field stuff. Here's kind of the 4 things I think we should be looking for amongst all of it. Okay. The first thing is, can this top 5 defense get better? This is a top 5 defense. They bring everybody back from that top 5 defense except for Bobby McCain and Cole Holcomb. Those were 2 of your weaker defensive players. And so they bring in a new linebacker in Cody Barton. They bring in a new slot corner that takes Bobby McCain's place with Quan Martin. So can they get better? Chase Young should be healthier. Deron Payne stayed. You still got the best defensive tackle, I believe, in the league, and Jonathan Allen. And you've got Sweat and, of course, as I said, Young on the other end. They're in contract years. They've got a lot to prove. Jamin Davis is hitting year number 3, and all signs pointed to him last year really improving. So can this defense get better? And I haven't even mentioned Emmanuel Forbes, your top draft pick, your number 1, your first round pick. So this defense, again, they were top 5 in almost all metrics last year. And they've got the addition of Quan Martin, Emmanuel Forbes, Cody Barton replaces Cole Holcomb, and then you've, of course, Bobby McCain's gone. And you've got Derek Forrest, who's hitting year number 3. He started rocketing up the performance charts last year at safety, and Cam Crow's probably going to get paid as well, and he's finally getting the love that he deserves. So that's what I want to look for with the defense. Number 3, who's going to step up at tight end? Is it going to be Logan Thomas? He's now fully healthy. Remember, he had the knee injury around the same time as Chase, actually a little bit later. So last year he wasn't 100%. Now he's a little bit older. I get it. But is he going to step up and be the man? Is Cole Turner, who had a fantastic training camp last year until he got hurt towards the end of camp and then got hurt during the season as well, he's also looked great in OTAs earlier this year. So is he going to step up? Is Hodges, Curtis Hodges, is he going to be the guy? Is Bates? How is Bates going to improve as a pass catcher? So you've got all this tight end issues. Who are going to be the ones that are going to step up this year? That's going to be really key, something we want to look for in training camp. Number 2, can Eric Bieniemy uplift a stagnant offense? We know what kind of weapons this team has, especially on the outside with McLaurin, Dotson, and of course Curtis Samuel. So you've got 3 speedsters, and you've got Gibby, and you've got the power back in Brian Robinson, and of course the tight ends we just talked about. And is he going to be able to take an offensive line that is not very well rated? Is he going to be able to scheme so that they don't become an issue? This is essentially the same offense as last year, minus the quarterback, and we'll get to him obviously next. But it's the same offense, and it was not a good offense last year. They ranked way down the list in offensive efficiency and all that. So that's going to be key as well. That's another thing we're going to be looking for. But obviously the number one thing that we're going to be looking at is Sam Howell. Sam Howell means everything to the future of this franchise. He means everything to Bieniemy, to Rivera, to the front office folks like Mayhew. He means everything. A successful season means probably everybody's coming back. Unsuccessful, you can see a clean house with the new ownership group. So those are really the big things that I'm going to be looking at here in training camp. Again, starting tomorrow. Second point I want to talk about is the name. Look, the name is an issue. It's a very divisive issue. Let me just say this. If you want the name to be changed, cool. Have your say. Put it out there. Let everybody know. If you don't want the name to be changed, fine. Cool. Put it out there. Let everybody know. But the two sides, you don't need to be clashing. You don't need to say this side is dumb because I have opinion on this side. You're not a fan if you hate this other side. Whatever. Let everybody fan how they want to fan. We're going to fan how we're going to fan. Please don't tell us how to fan. Just be a fan. That's the motto of this show, of Ref the District. Just be a fan. Me personally, with the name, if they go back to Redskins, cool. If they go back to football team, cool. If they're called the Tiddlywinks, cool. I don't really care what the name is. I care what happens on the field, on the football field. So it's fun to debate. It's fun to talk about, and we're going to be talking about it as long as everybody else is talking about it. But just don't take it out on the other side if you have a difference of opinion. Have a healthy debate. Just don't make personal attacks. But always just try to figure it out and just be a fan however you want to be a fan. Lastly, I just want to touch on, again, the ownership group. We had a lot of content about the ownership group. It's a new day, y'all. It's a new day to be a Washington Commanders fan. I'm excited. I know you're excited. So just keep tuned in here. We're going to be putting these daily Commanders updates. And now that training camp is here, it's going to be all about football. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 7:30 p.m. On Wednesdays, of course, we're live 7:30 where you can join us. So if you have a comment about what you're looking for in training camp, or if you have a comment about the name or the ownership group or whatever, by all means, we love the comments. We respond to all comments as long as they are not not put out there in a bad way, if you know what I'm saying. So go ahead and do that, and check out all the other work that we do. Again, we appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, tell all your friends. But as always, be a fan.